Media can influence our emotions through their choice of pictures and words. This is demonstrated in the NBC article, which uses a sad dog on the front of one of their articles. This picture of a sad dog is attempting to influence our emotions and make us feel pity for the animal. This image contrasts the global issues of Newsweek on the left and the US editions of Newsweek on the right. This is a startling contrast considering that these two magazines were released on the same date, but in two very different countries. The difference in the cover stories illustrates the sort of bias of Newsweek, that the American issues are more important than the global issues, as well as the sort of filtering of information which is going on within the American media. This headline from Fox News focuses on the replacement of a Taliban leader instead of his killing by a U.S. drone strike. This is showing the propaganda that the U.S. drone strikes are good and right, as opposed to the people who would question him as morally deficit. In addition to this is the global section of the Fox News website, and the background is an American flag. What does this say? With this article, the headline pretty much says everything. With the use of the term grossly misleading, Fox News is displaying its bias that Obama is bad and that the more conservative politicians are right. In addition to this, the way that they set Obama against the media with the statement Obama versus the media on healthcare, it seems to set the president against the rest of society. With yet another article on the Fox website, they continue to neglect the opposite side and focus solely on their own viewpoint. The tone of the headline makes the maintenance of Obama's website seem negative and completely neglects the upside of the Obamacare website. This bias is representing a sort of propaganda which they're displaying towards the public and hoping that they will have the same viewpoint. This is another comparison of magazine covers, this time with Time magazine. The subtitle on the left reads, "America's weak and waffling, Russia's rich and resurgent, and its leader doesn't care what anybody thinks of him." Time magazine most likely did this to protect its reputation in the US, as well as not offend any of its American consumers. In addition to this, they're also displaying their bias that the issues outside of America aren't really relevant to people inside of America, and as well as the propaganda that these issues shouldn't be relevant to people inside America. Once again, this article on Fox's website shows their bias towards a conservative viewpoint. Their use of the term decriminalize, coupled with the slang term pot, gives a negative connotation to the idea of legalization. They also show a cold picture of the drug, picturing none of the positive sides of it, such as the medicinal benefits and the humans involved in it. This influences their readers' opinions by only portraying their viewpoint. Similar to the previous comparisons, these two covers contrast the US edition with the global version. The way that the American edition is unworried by this issue and deals with election issues instead shows that the US editors of Time magazine want to persuade US citizens that this is not an important issue and that it will pass. The similarities of these three articles show NBC's constant bias away from the conservative viewpoint. They keep coming back to the cost of the government shutdown and emphasize only the negative aspects of it. Their titles seem to appeal to the lower class of citizens, for whom money is an issue. They are also trying to influence people's views through these articles. This Fox News article takes the opposite stance by emphasizing the positives and ignoring the negative impacts. In addition to this, they draw two unrelated things together to attempt to convince people that this event was positive.